Okay, what's up, guys? I know I usually don't open videos by doing this little talking into the camera thing. In fact, it's really weird for me to do, and I try not to do it at all, ever, in videos. But this is kind of a unique situation. I would say one of the coolest, if not like the coolest thing ever in my fishing life, kind of happened to me. So for any of it to make sense, we got to really back it up here. Some of you know, some of you may not know, I started making lures, Saddle Tramp Bait Company. A couple years ago, I started it in honor of my dad. And through that company, or that brand, whatever you want to call it, I have met a lot of really cool people. And this is kind of about one of them. Without those baits or that brand, none of this would have ever happened, and I'm well aware of that. Anyway, we'll back it up a little bit. We'll go like 2 years back. A guy by the name of Danny Pinter orders some lures through the bait company. And I have to be honest, I don't follow football, so I didn't immediately know who Danny was. I wasn't like, oh, Danny. So I looked him up. I was looking everybody up at the time. If someone ordered, I tried to find out who they were, where they're fishing, and keep in touch with them. I still try to. But Danny was no different. I looked him up and immediately saw that he plays in the NFL. He played at the time for the Indianapolis Colts. And that was really cool. That was kind of the first big named order off me and find my lures, and he found them. I didn't pimp them on him or anything. So I reached out to Danny, and we've kept in touch. He's a really cool dude, a really good athlete, and a really good fisherman. The guy's absolutely nuts about fishing, so we got along just fine. And we kept in touch. A couple years go by, maybe a year, and this spring or whatever, all the trades are going on. Guys are getting moved around. And I wake up one day to a message from Danny hey, my buddy Mike, he's going to reach out to you. I told him you're the guy in Pittsburgh to get in touch with. He got traded to Pittsburgh. So, kind of like Danny, I don't follow football. I didn't immediately know, put two and two together who Mike was. I had to look him up too. But I get a message that day from Michael Pittman Jr., kind of the star of this video and everything that happened. But I get a message from him, and he's like, Danny told me to get in touch with you. You're the guy in Pittsburgh to fish with. And right there, I almost had to set my phone down. But that's a humbling thing to read, especially being in my shoes. I'm just a little guy. This is my bait lab. It's not a big factory. I'm not a big deal. I'm not exceptional. I'm good at fishing, but there's plenty of guys around here that are good at fishing. So to get a message like that, I didn't take it lightly. I was really excited, but at the same time, I was admittedly kind of nervous. But yeah, I can't let this opportunity slide by. We're going fishing. So we exchanged numbers, we kept in touch. And I mean, right after Mike got to town, he wanted to fish. That's how I know the guy was obsessed about fishing, and that I knew I'd like him. We have a local tackle shop, Harmer Bait and Tackle, that just opened. And I didn't even tell him about the shop yet. And he found it. I guess he was just Googling places to buy fishing stuff. He FaceTimed me from there the one day, hey, I'm standing here looking at your lures. What's a good one? I'm the dude literally was just Googling tackle shops nearby, right after getting into town. I thought that was so cool. So kind of just like Danny, I'm we're going to get along just fine, Mike. But yeah, a couple weeks go by, and we're trying to fish, and this is kind of enter the whole first issue with this whole thing. So if you don't know anything about me or my area, I live around a lot of rivers. I live near Pittsburgh, the 3 rivers. And in the spring, they're generally pretty high. Spring, winter levels, whatever. But this spring was pretty exceptional. I mean, they were leaving water out of the reservoir that controls the one river, all spring long. It was up, a lot, significantly up. The water was awful quality, poor visibility, raging. I mean, just not ideal fishing conditions for anything. And Mike's thing is he wanted to fish for smallies, walleye, and get his first musky, and do that all semi-locally. We couldn't really travel 3-4 hours somewhere where we could just guaranteed get it done. So the river really was our only good option for that, being close to home. So that's what we had our eye on. Sorry, got some plastic cooking. So the river was what we had our eye on, and we were kind of just waiting for it to be decent enough to fish, and that got to be exhausting. I mean, we were trying to fish almost every day, every other day would try to fish, and it was just horrible conditions. More rain, they're letting water out. More rain, water's up. Water keeps going up. Water's dirtier. It's if it were just me, I'd go out and I'd waste my own time, but I don't want to waste this guy's time. I really wanted to get him on some fish, and I knew this water was not the way to do it. So we kept putting it off, putting it off, putting it off. It was just not looking good, and I was starting to get a little worried. Everyone around me knew it was kind of stressing me out. I'm like, this is all I want to do is get this guy on some fish, because like that's all he wants, and now that's all I want. And it was just, everything was against us making that happen. Well, one Monday comes. It's really early in the morning. I'm up early getting started on my work. I work from home. I get a text from Mike. He's like, what are you up to today? Let's make it happen. Like, let's fish today. Out of all of the little like windows we had, or the days that worked for both of us, that was probably the best. I mean, it hadn't rained for a few days. I think the river was on the way down. It wasn't down. It was still raging high, but it was on the way down. So I was like, yeah, let's try. Let's shoot for today. I powered through my work. Come lunchtime, I'm hooking the boat up. I'm running for the river to meet him. I get there and I see the river, and my stomach just like dropped. I'm like, this is like standing next to it rather than just like driving over bridges looking down at it. I'm like, it is really bad. I mean, where we launch the boats, it's in a river, so the water's usually moving a little bit, but at this time, the water's hauling through this area so fast that it's making an eddy behind the docks, which is just like exceptionally high for this river. So I sent him a video. I'm like, man, it is worse than I expected. Like, I don't know if you want to waste your time today. I was honestly trying to like talk him out of coming fishing what it all boils down to. Just because I didn't want to waste his time, and I knew it was kind of dangerous, honestly. But he was pretty set on fishing that day. Like, I think he asked me, like, would you bother with today or something? Or like, he was like, I really have nothing to do. Like, let's just fish. And I'm like, all right, let's do it. Let's do it today. So I dropped the boat, and he gets there, and our plan is to do just a little bass and maybe poke for some walleye. And then in the evening, we'll get into the muskie. So we spent the first few hours poking around for smallies, and it was all right. We caught a couple. I mean, it was kind of as expected. Like, we really had to put some miles on and work for them rather than just sitting and pounding on them. But we caught some fish, and we were having fun. That was really cool. I honestly thought, I'll put this picture up here, that when he had caught his first like Pittsburgh smallmouth, that was going to be like the highlight of our little trip. But anyway, we do our little bass poke, and we decide to get the muskie. That started with a little like 10 to 15 minute like lesson, if you want to call it, at like a secondary spot. Just kind of showing him how to use my lures. We were throwing my baits, which I thought was awesome. He was really into it, really excited about them, and we were tossing them for a while, and I was just kind of showing him, how to figure out what to do if like a fish is following, how to like cast them, how to work them, just very, very like introductory level stuff. And Mike's a good fisherman. He took to it right away. I mean, he comes from a saltwater background, so he was hucking the tramps like just as far as I could cast them, working them great. Like I knew we were going to be in the game for a fish. I mean, I didn't really expect it, because we don't live in an area that's like lights out for muskie. It's good if you know what you're doing, but it's not a guarantee. It isn't anywhere, but it's definitely not a guarantee here, especially on our rivers, and especially in those kind of conditions. But he was fishing good, I was fishing good, and I figured we were kind of in the game for one at least, and we were going to have some fun this evening. So we take off to our first spot our first real spot of the evening. Drop the trolling motor, and we start talking. I think we were talking about like hunting. He was telling me some hunting stories, and man, I swear to you, I'd have to check the footage, but if it was 15 minutes, I'd be surprised. And he's telling me a story, and he's working his bait, and I guess I'll just kind of let you guys see what happens here. It's funny, I can tell I don't even have to ask you now, but I was thinking on the drive, I'm like, I wonder if it's a type of deal like where if I hook one, he's going to want to reel it in. Oh. And now I know that Danny would probably not let you live that one down.
Oh, yeah, no. I'll help you net it, though.
Yeah, for sure. I bet you better. That can be something I do, too. I like keep my rod tip down and like pump and crank at the same time, like a crank and a downward pump. And something common guys will do, like in their turns, like you go around the turn, they'll bring it up, and then like in the middle, down, and then like the turn up.
Hey.
Nate from Harmer Bait.
How do you use these?
Yeah, throw them away. Oh, you all got them. You too. Send pics. It was like, I think it was like 11:30. He catches one, and he's in the net with him.
on Lake St. Clair.
Has she seen Pittsburgh yet?
No, she hasn't.
Never?
No,
Oh,
so she'll probably
man.
come.
This is all super shallow, but they're probably going to be like here and up.
Okay.
And we'll try to drag one up out of there.
Casting towards the island.
Yeah. I mean, you can cast wherever you want, honestly, but I'd bomb that way. Thanks, dude. I like that you look on your back cast too. A lot of new Musky guys just start whipping, and I'm like, oh Jesus, you're gonna take my face off. Tons of fish. What they are. Yeah.
But no, she's like, can't see it.
It just blends in, yeah.
Pop, he's still not dead. And then I see on the drone, he's not really bleeding. And so long story short, we waited another like 2 hours. I put up the drone, he's not dead. So now I'm like, all right, I gotta go in there and I gotta finish this.
Yeah.
And luckily,
Alive, maybe?
I think that's
Stay on him, maybe.
I think it's moving.
So I'm going to kind of add in some commentary as this is going on, but when he sets the hook, I'm thinking in my head, not like nothing against Mike, but I'm thinking, no way, like that's not a fish he snagged. Especially when we were casting up into some shallow stuff, and I'm just thinking like, yeah, probably a log, just like in the current coming toward the boat. But turns out it was not a log, it was a muskie, and it was a
treat it like it's
big
alive.
muskie.
Oh, it's something.
All right.
Swim away a little bit. Should I lighten up the drag a little bit?
Oh, maybe a little. Oh, you got one, dude. Yeah. Lighten the drag a little bit.
Alright. I lightened it.
Alright, yeah. If you can show him to me. Well, don't force him up.
No, I'm just trying to get...
Yeah, he's going to get in that current. Might have to, yeah, up switch sides. Yeah, you go this way.
Dude, that's a big fish.
Yeah, it is, man. We got him here. Oh, good job, dude. Aim him right here. I got him, Mike. Oh. Yeah, brother.
Go.
I'll get him unhooked and we'll deal with him. Dude.
Oh my God.
I can't believe that.
Dude. Where am I?
Oh, yeah, it's right on the seat right here.
Oh my God. Dude. Is that a big one?
Yeah. That's a real nice one.
Because I felt the hit.
You felt the hit?
Yeah.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah, dude. This is a solid fish, Mike. I'm getting drenched. Oh, there we go. It's just right on that side. Dude, that is a great first PA muskie, man. She's unhooked. She unhooked herself. Now at this point, I'm relieved. I'm like, awesome, we got a fish in the net. But now the next problem comes up, and I'm like, is he gonna want to hold this fish? And the reason I say problem there is because if I get cut up by a muskie, whatever, I'll throw some like band-aids on it and nobody's really like gonna care. If he gets cut across his palm, on the other hand, then I don't have to tell you what happens there. I mean, I can't even imagine what happens there. The Steelers wide receiver gets toothed by a muskie across his hand and like loses use. Yeah, I was thinking worst case scenario. So that's why I'm kind of like apprehensive. I'm like, so do you want to hold this fish? And honestly, I'm hoping he said no, but immediately he's a fisherman. Mike's like, he loves fishing, so he's like, yeah, I want to hold that fish. And I'm thinking, okay. All right, so perfect. Do you want to hold this fish? I don't want to. Okay, I don't want to risk your hands. So here, put a glove on. Let me get you a glove. I got
this one goes.
That's your yeah.
Goes in the gill plate.
Yeah, I'll show you where you want to hold them too, because it's kind of a specific place. But then again, the silver lining there is that was a great opportunity to kind of give him a little rundown on exactly where to get that pinch on the muskie. I see so often when guys hold a muskie, they wrap their thumb up around and they're just like asking for trouble, and we were able to really roll that fish over. And being such a big fish, I mean, he was able to really see like how to get a grip on that gill plate and where to put your thumb in that slot. I was able to teach him how to lift the fish out of the net, and worked out great. And on the tram. So when you go in, you'll see, don't grab the gill, but see there's like a plate?
Yeah.
Try to get your back of your hand between the red and the meat, yeah. Yeah, you got it, perfect. And then see the slot right here for your thumb, perfect. And cradle the belly when it's coming out. Hell yeah, let me get your bump board out. Okay.
48 and 1/3.
That's pretty close.
So almost 48 and a half.
I got a picture. Like, dude, way to fucking go, buddy.
Almost 50.
What a tank of a fish.
Giant.
Oh, dude, huge. There you go, sir.
Oh,
For the wall.
Baby. I gotta send that to my old buddies.
You first tell them, dude, you gotta really rub it in and tell them your first time musky fishing. I called our shot too. I'm like, if we see one, it's gonna be. Oh.
Got them all?
I think so. What a beauty fish.
No, that was actually insane.
That was absolutely perfect. We bumped it at just over 48 inches, almost 49 inches. And the thing there, I think it might have gone a little more because we kind of did like a reverse measure on it. I didn't even like think to really tell him, honestly. My brain wasn't working, and I just kind of didn't want to stop what he was doing. He was having such a good time and living in the moment, and I don't want to ruin that, but we kind of did like a reverse measure with the tail on the nose bump, and it was smushed in, and I'm like, I think we could have squeaked a little more out of that fish. But call it between a 48 and a 49, which is outstanding for a first muskie, especially in our area, and especially given that awful water we were dealing with. And then the cherry on top is that it was on my lures. It was on an 8-inch tramp, which, I mean, how can you like write that to be any cooler for just like a little local bum like myself? I mean, I remember after we released that fish, I just like sat down, and I've never like felt like that before. It was so cool. It was such a relief. I was so happy and excited for him. I was like so relieved for myself because it was stressing me out for so long. Like, I'm like, I just want to get this dude his first muskie. And for it to happen in that way on my baits, in my boat, on a night like that, it's just like you cannot write that to be any cooler in my book. And it wasn't over there. There was more to this little saga. So that night, the first night that we're fishing, as we're talking, he's telling me, he's like, you gotta come out in my Lund, like I got this Lund. He has a deal with Lund, he's sponsored by them, so he has like the latest and greatest rigged out Lund, like quadruple live scopes, Garmin trolling motor, just a beautiful boat. I mean, a boat that is almost like unattainable by my standards, by my tax bracket anyway. But he's telling me, he's like, yeah, you gotta come out, you gotta see my boat, and I'm thinking like, hell yeah, but in the back of my mind, I'm thinking like, this dude is so busy, like this ain't gonna happen, like this is a pipe dream. So I wasn't getting my hopes up. I was just cool. It was cool to hear about his boat and how excited he is over fishing. But little time goes by. We're still chatting, like just like any fishing buddies do, just talking about our favorite baits. Do you see this? Do you see that? You've been fishing, you know? And he's like, let's get out. Like, let's go fishing. Let's go fishing. I'm like, all right, yeah, let's go. And I'm thinking like my boat again, whatever. But he's like, I'm gonna go hook mine up. Like, we'll take mine tonight. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, let's do that. And I think there were some issues. Like, he thought maybe it wasn't charged up, so I still had mine hooked up just in case. But the day goes on. He's like, yeah, I'm ready to roll. Like, we'll take mine. All my gear's loaded up. So I'm like, sweet, let's do it. So this time the rules were reversed. So this time the rules were reversed. I met him at the launch. I got to ride around and see his boat, and it's an amazing rig. Much better conditions this time, much better water quality. We pounded on some smallies, some sauger. I think he got his first Pittsburgh walleye, which he was pretty pumped about. Maybe some white bass and some stripers that night. We had a really good night. We kind of did the same plan. We just started by bass fishing in like the day and general walleye fishing, whatever, during the day. And as the evening went on, we figured we'd transition into some musky, which we did. Again, plan worked last time. Figured we'll do it again this time. Maybe it'll work again. And it did. It worked again. This time it was my turn.
You want to do just...
Got about 45 minutes of light.
Let's
chucking. This is the golden hour. This is when they get a little stupider, a little hungrier, and a little dumber. You just might be sorely disappointed when you see the next size of the next muskie after yours.
Next month is going to be the hardest fish.
I didn't want to be the bearer of bad news and like poo-poo on the parade, but that was like the first thing I thought of. I'm like, oh my god, he's doomed.
Have you caught a fish on the new color yet?
No, just that one I missed the other night. That can be really cool, but it's like frustrating. It can be really frustrating. After I fish for bass for so long and don't catch them, I'm like, I might as well be fishing for muskie. Yeah.
Where's a good spot we haven't hit yet?
You could go start working up that shoreline a little. Yep.
One of my buddies out the back, and I gunned it.
You kick him off.
No, and then I stopped.
Oh.
So he fell back in.
Oh god.
Oh god. He looked back at me. He's like,
Oh, there we go, Mike. I'm gonna take him around this side. It's a good one too.
that was a beef.
All right, I'm gonna show him to you here in a second.
That's a good call.
Good scoop, dude. And he's off. He unhooked himself, I think.
God, it's freaking big.
Let's go, dude. 2 for 2. Alrighty. This fish is gonna kick my butt. It is so recovered. Alright, chunky. 40. Called it.
This is like a cinematic camera.
Nice.
All right, there you go.
Alright. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. You're going back, you're going home, you're going home. Calm down. Goodbye.
Like, super cinematic.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
And then there's not this one, but I think that's probably the best one.
Oh, dude, that's so good.
Oh, Ed, I couldn't mess up the net job.
Good scoop, dude. So that's your first one you've netted now. Oh, hell yeah. I got to catch one on my new color. I think I have it right here. Mother of Pearl. At the time, I had just painted some up. I think I only used it one time, like the last time I had gone, and I actually had a hit on it. At one point in the clip, he says, like, did you get one on that new color yet? And I hadn't. The fish that I would catch in this clip would be the first fish on the new Mother of Pearl color, which, again, was just too cool. I mean, first fish on a new color on a lure I make, and then Mike nets the fish all on camera. It doesn't get any cooler. Just like in another unforgettable night to add to an already unforgettable night. And it's now kind of like a fishing buddy that I'm going to have forever. I mean, you catch 2 muskie, especially your first muskie with someone, like that's a friendship that's kind of forged in fire right there. He's a great dude. I'm very thankful to have met him. I'm very thankful that Danny set that up because, again, going back to Danny, without Danny, none of that happens. I'm well aware of that. It was definitely being in the right place at the right time, and a little bit of luck, a little bit of skill, a little bit of preparation, a little bit of opportunity. It just went perfect, and I'm very thankful for how it went, and I hope you guys really enjoy the video because it's a very special thing to me. I don't know if I'll ever top it. I hope one day I do. It's a pretty cool thing. But we're going to keep fishing, going to keep catching. I hope you guys are liking the baits. I hope maybe now some of you that haven't got to try them have gotten your hands on them. You can get them online. You can get them at Harmer Bait and Tackle. You can get them at the expos. When I'm at the expos, check during expo season, see if I'll be at yours. And if I'm not, shoot me a message. Maybe I'll come to it. So yeah, again, thanks for watching. Thanks for dealing with my little awkward speaking to the camera session. It was just as weird for me as it might have been for you to sit there and watch me talk. I don't like doing that. So, yeah, thank you guys. Hope you're out there catching. Hope everyone's liking the lures if you're using the lures. And I hope you check them out if you haven't already. Thanks, guys.